Hey folks, it's Dave here. Welcome. And I'm going to have to fix my sound settings here. Sorry, 1 second. It does this all the time. Chuck has been having the same thing. Hopefully that's a little better. For some reason it changes our volume in the Windows settings automatically, whether we want to or not. It's pretty automatic. So, as you saw the title, I am going out on a limb today, live without a net, if you will. And now I'm going to try APBA Master Baseball tonight. I've not played it yet, but I have watched a ton of Tebow's videos and a few other people, and I think I have a pretty good start on it. There's still a couple of things I'm unsure of, so if you happen to be in the know, I would greatly appreciate the help. Okay. One of the things I'm unsure about is the checking for the drop throws. It says check on all steals, which I get it, but then there's also you check for drop throws on every play. That's what I'm not sure about. So that's what I need to find out. So that's one thing I'm unsure about. So hopefully somebody in the know will come by, because I have a drop throw on stealing and a wide throw on safe play. But then there's also a drop throws table. So it didn't specifically say it in the book that you check for drop throws on every out, on every throw, but it kind of implied it. So, but I'm really interested in the stealing. I like the stealing part of this. I like the pitcher grades, how they change. They're not just ABC. I like how it's checking a lot more individual things. You check for errors now and the whole bit. So, well, let's just give it a go. Alrighty, let's just give it a go. I don't think I'm going to be completely lost. I don't think so. I have the instructions here. I have all the Tebow stuff answered, so let's give it a whirl. So right now, let's go down to the table here, and let's see how it goes. Right, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I've been waiting to get the book in. I finally got the book in, and so here's my overhead. So here's what we got. So we got Texas and Boston here, and this is 1980, and of course I had to borrow Gaylord Perry from the Yankees to get this game in, but that's kind of how we're going to do it here. And let's go. Let's play some APBA Master here, and let's see how it goes. Now, I do know it's going to take me longer than a regular basic game, but there's a few things the basic game just doesn't have that I'm hoping is going to be in here. But we're gonna find out, and we'll do it that way. How about if I do this? How about if I put the pictures like this? Will that be better? Can we? Yeah, we can see them a lot better like that. Okay. So we'll move the pictures so we can see them. All right. We'll come in just a smidge more. All righty. And make those looking nice there. All righty. How's that looking? Is that looking nice? You think people are going to be happy with that? All righty. So we get Texas and Boston. I'll just put these in between here so we know what's going on. Okay, so here it is. Yeah, it's on a football field because the blank mats that I ordered from Inked Gaming before on Black Friday or before Black Friday are still not here, and they still haven't shipped. And it took over a week for me to get a response from them, and the response was, sorry, we've been busy. That's the response from Inked Gaming. Not real happy about it. Actually, you know something? Let me center this up just a little bit more. Let's see. The camera likes to focus right on the center. So if I can get these guys closer to the middle, it'll be a little bit better. Hopefully that'll do it. So yeah, so I don't have the blank mat in yet. I got to play on a football field because Inked Gaming got too busy during the holidays. So here we go. All right, so let's go. So here's what I got for dice. This won't be the roll, but let me show you what I'm rolling here. So I have my standard APBA die. So that's going to be my roll. If I need a second roll, it's this. And if I need a single die, it's that. And sometimes you do. All righty. And so I have a couple of charts here off to the side. I got the finder charts and the bases empty chart and my stealing chart. And so let's see. let's just dive right in and see how it goes. And what I really like about this is I like how it's got the splits here. So Eckersley is a righty, and so he'll be -2 against the righty. So Eckersley's only a 5. I think that's the grade, right? It's a 5. And so on a 5, he'll actually bump up to a 7 if I need to. So let's go. Let's just roll the dice here. All right, here we go. We're rolling the dice here. So we got a 32. So for Rivers, a 32 is a 26. A 26, it looks like no matter what we do, it's hit down to second base, right? Out at first. So I don't even have to worry about anything else. But if I did want to check, so if it's hit down to second, I got a 23. So my second baseman is Jerry Remy, who's a 7. So a second baseman 7 on a 23 would be a 1. Right? Second baseman 7, 23 is a 1. And so fielding 1 on a 29 is 29, right? 32. Oh, wait, 32 is a 26. So fielding 1 out at first, second base to 1. Yeah, so that'll be a G4. Okay. I know, good. Tebow's coming on right now to help me out here. So Rivers with a G4 and is 1 away. All right. That wasn't too bad. I really didn't even use any master things on that. For what I understand, you don't use master all the time anyway. So as Barbara goes, Barbara, how'd the Rangers do today? I know you were quite unhappy with what they were doing, so I don't know how they worked out today, but hopefully the Rangers got a little bit better for you. All righty, so let me get that. Lost 7-5 for a hockey game. Yikes. Who was in that? Around the Layout? Was Around the Layout podcast in that? All right, so here's our next roll. So we have a 21. A 21 is I don't have the ballpark effects yet, so when I get those in, I'll add those later. So a 21 is a 30. So on a 30, this is left field. So now, it's going to be an out, but just for kicks, let me check. So my left fielder for the Red Sox is Jim Rice, who's a 1. So a 132 in the outfield is, he's going to be a 2. So on a 2, fielding 2, on a 30 is a line drive out. K strikeout. No K strikeout. So line drive out. See, that's kind of neat. Instead of a flyout, it's a line drive. So line drive out. So we're just going to call that we'll call that a pop out to left field, and there's 2 away. All righty. So now we have Scoop Oliver coming up for Texas. And we have a 43 and a 61 and a 1. So a 43 is a 29, and a 29 is back to the mound. All right, so it's going to be an automatic out, so I don't even have to really do much beyond this because it's out at first, no matter how I slice it. But if I wanted to check, Eckersley's a 1, a pitcher 1 on a 61 is, he would actually be a 3 on that one there. So on fielding 3, it's still an out, but if I wanted to check, X strikeout. He is an X. So it's an X strikeout. So we're going to call it a strikeout. All right, so it's a 1-2-3 inning for Eck. And just like that, we go to it's right there, nothing, as we go to the bottom of the first. So now we have Jerry Remy coming up. One thing I did notice, is when it comes to stealing, and Tebow's on. Oh, cool, Tebow. Tebow, of course, I got a question right off the bat. Am I checking the drop throw table on every throw to a base aside from like a force? So in other words, if someone's trying to go from second to third on a single, is that something I check? I'm trying to figure out when I check for drop throws. All right, that's the thing I'm trying to figure out because it's got a drop throws table, and then it's got drop throws on stealing. So I'm trying to figure out when I check drop throws in general. The thing I did notice here is Gaylord Perry, who's with Texas right now, but he did end up in the Yankees, but he's playing with Texas today. He's got a +3 on his hold. And the catcher, Dave Roberts, is a +4. So I'd be subtracting 7 from any stealing attempt from that. So if Jerry Remy was trying to steal, a 27 turns into a 20. That's a killer. That's a killer. So I don't know how much stealing I'm going to do against this battery per se. All right, so here we go. And again, I got my my dice here. I'm rolling a whole bunch of different dice like I do with hockey sometimes. So our roll is a 33. So a 33 is a 7. Okay, so now this is where the master comes in, I believe. So Remy is, oh boy, against a righty, he's a minus 12. No, that's a lefty. He's a plus 1. Whew, plus 1. So he's a plus 1 is what it looks like, okay? So Remy's a plus 1. Let me see if I can squeeze in just a little bit more on that. All right, so Remy is a plus 1 against a righty. So Perry is an 8. So it's going to make him a 7 because this plus is good for the batter. So he's a 7. So I look at a 7 pitcher and a 7 and there's a blank. So the 7 remains the same. So a 7 is a single into right. And if he's a PL, he's not a PL. So it's going to be a single to right. All right, so Remy's on with a single. So now we can actually move our chart to a runner on first base, okay? On all safe steals, you check for wild throws. And on all caught for stealings, you check for drops. Now, there's no other time I check for drops? It's only on steals? Is that what I got here? Because I have this other thing here. It's the, see how it's got drop throws on stealing and then drop throws. And then I got on safe, I would check for a wild throw. So what would this be for? Why would I have two different things here? So this looks like it's on stealing and this looks like it's on regular drop throw. So I'm still trying to figure that out, but it's not nothing I need right now. All right, so we got a runner on first base. So now here's where things get kind of funny here. So Remy's on first and Remy's a fast runner. So if I wanted to steal, again, I think it would be a 27 minus 7 is a 20, and if he's being held, it would be an 18. So if I wanted to steal 18 chances, I'd need a 36, so basically is what it is. So I don't think I'm going to steal. Do I want to bunt? Sure. Let's try a bunt, right? Let's try a bunt because that's what we're doing today. We're trying everything. All right, so we're going to try to bunt. So the man on first, Burleson's going to try to bunt. Here we go. So we have a 36 for Burleson. And a 36, that's a 33. So I'm going to look at 33 on a bunt, and it says third base. So my third baseman is Buddy Bell, who's a 5. So a 5-14 at third base he's going to be a 1. So Buddy Bell is going to be a 1 fielding. So 33-1 is on a sacrifice. So it says safe at first, runner out at second. Oh, so that's terrible. That's terrible. Safe. So on the sacrifice, that was the terrible sacrifice hit. So basically it's going to be a fielder's choice, and Remy is out going to second. So that was a terrible bunt. If I'm reading that correctly, that was a terrible bunt by Burleson, and Buddy Bell on fielding 1 makes the play. Now, if he was not a fielding 1, if he was fielding 3, then that's where he would have been safe, on a fielding 3. On a fielding 2, H.O. Oh, if he's being held, which he was, then runner out at second too. Okay. Tebow says, on plays at a base where you are rolling for the safe or out, you check for drop throws out on all calls. You don't check on regular board results, not involving a dice roll. Okay, that's kind of that's a good way to put it. All righty, so we have 1 away, and Burleson is on first after the bad bunt. So we got a runner on first, 1 away. And, I didn't check. No, I don't check on the 33. I don't check the pitcher. All right, so Freddie Lynn comes up. Freddie Lynn. So we got, a 66. So now a 0. there's no change on a 0, right? So Freddie Lynn is going to roll again on the 0. And I don't believe that well, it said 7, 8, and 11 you don't check again. So let's just roll to see what we get. So a 42 on that's going to be a 6. So do I change to 6? That's going to be a double. A 6 is going to be a double. Now, if I go to Gaylord Perry, who is against Freddie Lynn, is a 10. So a 10, 6, there's no change. Okay, so there's no change on that. So that's going to be a double. So Freddie Lynn's going to get a double. So Burleson's going to go to third. Now, do I want him to score? So let's take a look at this. So on a 6, it's a double over first. If he bats right, it's over third. So Freddie Lynn is a lefty. So he would be hitting it over first base. With 1 out, it's a 42. So what I would do, if I wanted Burleson to try to score, right, that goes into right field, and the cutoff would be second base. So I have a 42 minus 20. His arm is not that good. Minus a 27. So a 42 minus a 27 is that 15? So minus 20 be 22 minus that. So 15 plus the speed of Burleson, which is 12. So 15 and 12 is 27. So to come home on that play, on a 27, all I would need is a 53 if I'm doing this correctly. Okay? So it's hit over first base in the right field. 42, or I could do it this way too. I could do 42 plus 12 is 54 minus 27 is actually 27, right? So did I get that right? I think I did, yep. I guess it doesn't really matter how you do the math, right? So 15 and 12 is 27. Yeah, 27. So 27 is the magic number. And on a 27, it would be a 53. We're going to send Burleson home. All right, we're going to send Burleson home. So here comes the play. It's in right field. And my right fielder is Al Oliver. Doesn't have a very strong arm. So he's coming home with the throw. And on the double, Lynn's going to try to go to third. So here it is. So here's the throw. It's a 23. Burleson is safe at home. So Burleson scores, and now Lynn trying to go to third, right? So it doesn't matter. So he's safe, so I don't check any drops or any outs or anything because he's safe at the plate. He beats the throw. Now, if they want to go to third to get Lynn, his number is... Oh boy, it's only a 4. And so I wouldn't want to go to third with Lynn if it's only a 4. So if I'm looking at this correctly, okay. So it was a 27 for Burleson, but I got to go underneath, and that's the other one there. 4 plus his speed. Yes, okay, because Tebow just wrote that in. I just caught that. So 4 plus 10 is 14. And that's still, so that gets it up to a 32. Almost half. I'm going to have him stop at second. All right, so we're going to have Lynn, when I looked at that number there, so the throw to the plate, say, Lynn will stop at second, and we'll do that. So it's 1-0 Boston if I did that correctly. Okay, so that ain't so bad. That was actually kind of fun, actually, that you're working in all the extra stuff there from the outfielders. All right, so now we have Jim Ed Rice coming up with a man on second and 1 away. So let's see how we do it here. This is how we do it. All right, so I got a 15, and that's going to be an 8. So now Rice against a righty is +4. So Perry's 8 is going to come down to a 4, and a 4 is not going to change in 8s. So it's an 8, it's an 8, and an 8. Nice. So an 8 tells me it's a single over second base, and it's going to be the center fielder that gets it. So now I need to check this roll. So I have a single over second base, and I have 3 potential outcomes in here. So this is going to be the middle outcome. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2, 3. So I got a 50, a 44. So that's not hit right at the fielder, but it's a little bit away. So it's at the center fielder on an 8, right? Where am I? That's a 15, is an 8. Let me go back to 8. 1, 2, 3. So it's a 50 in the center field. A 50 in the center field. So Lynn's speed is 10. So that would be 60 minus the center fielder, which is a 26. So I think he scores, right? 60 minus 26 is, well, 34. 34. So on a 34, 34 chances. Hang on a sec. 30, yeah, so 34 chances is a 64. A 64. Wowzers. Yeah, Dwayne, I was watching some of your videos too as I was trying to learn this here. I'm going really slow. So if I got this right, and again, let me back up so you APBA Master guys can follow this. So I rolled an 8. There's no change. An 8 is a single over second in the center field. My 3 puts it in the middle column, which is a 50. If I want Lynn to score, his speed is 10, so that's a 60. Minus the arm of the center fielder, it's 26. That gives me 34, which is almost 34 chances out of 36. Okay? Perry would be an 11. Oh, yeah, okay, you're right. I read it on the wrong one. You're right. It's an 11 because I'm reading off the right side. So 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 will not change in 8, so that doesn't change anything, so that's good. But that's good. I picked up on I was still getting used to the splits. Okay, so I'm getting used to the splits. All righty, so what I have now is a hit into center field. I have 60 minus 26 is 34. So basically, Rice needs to roll a 64 or less to score. So let's see if he scores. Okay, here we go. Here it comes. Yeah, hit value minus arm plus. Yeah, so if I just to simplify it, if I go hit value plus speed, and then I subtract the arm, it's a little easier because it's instead of subtracting then adding, just get the highest total and subtract the arm. That's what I'm gonna the arm. So I got a 34. So all I need is a 64 on the single for Lynn to score. 64 or less, and he's in. So Lynn comes in to score. Rice with a single. Now, if he wanted to go, he's got a 21 plus his speed of 12. So that would be 33. Holy cow. So he just needs a 63 to get into second base on the throw home, if I'm correct, right? So it's just it's the bottom number. So on my master here it was a 34, and below that's a 21. So it's 21 plus his speed, which is going to give me 33. So he needs a 63, and he's in there as well. So Rice will go to second on the single. And I think I did it right. So now if I was throwing to... So I would probably be throwing to the shortstop. So if it was an out and I would check the drop throw, I think it would be the shortstop. So I think that's how that goes. Okay, so far, again, taking my time with it. So far, I think it's been going okay. I'm kind of liking some of the things here, to be honest with you. I know it would take a while, but here we go. All right, so we have 1 out, 2 in, so it's 2-0. Again, I'm not doing it up with the scoreboard tonight. So here we go. And let's continue on. So Yastrzemski comes up now. Yastrzemski with the man on second base. And we have a 64. Oh, that was a 6. I moved that. Where is it? Where is the 6? There we go. So it was a 64, 63, and a 6. Okay, 64 for Yastrzemski is a 13, and a 13. Strike him out. Strike out. R is out at first. Runner holds. Okay, I don't have an R. Assist, shortstop, put out first base. So I don't have an R, so I'm just going to go with a strikeout there. Okay, I'm not sure what that R thing is. R out at first, runner holds. But it said it's a strikeout, so I'm going to go with a strikeout. So we get 2 outs now. R is a pitcher rating. So if R is out at first, it says assist shortstop. So I take it out at first, runner holds? Oh, runner at second. Okay, there we go. For low strikeout pitches. Okay, so that would be hit to short, runner holds. Okay, I get it. Making sense. All right, Tony Perez. And we have a 14 for Tony. And it's going to be a 30. And a 30 is going to be a left fielder check. Now, it looks like it's going to be a fly out no matter what it is. And with 2 outs, it really is not going to matter as far as tagging up or anything like that. But just for giggles, my left fielder is Johnny Grubb. He's a 2 and a 253 in the outfield. That would make him a 3. So fielding 3 would be a fly out 25. Oh, 25, 29, 33. Oh, so I'd have to check that. So it would actually be a 29. But again, it's the third out anyway. But I'm just kind of following the sequence here. So that's going to be 30, and we said a 30 was a fly out to left field. And so that does it. But the Sox will get 2 after some hitting. And here we go. Okay. Oh, if a pitcher had an R, no strikeout, ground out instead. Okay, cool. I'm slowly piecing this together, you know. All right, so now we got Buddy Bell, and we'll go back to my bases empty chart. T-Bo, what I did is I kind of took your idea. I actually took a picture of the finder column, and I just blew it up like that. And so I have it off to the side over here. So instead of having to go back to that page, I have a finder chart that I just printed out and put off to the side. So I think that's kind of working a little bit. And I have a few charts that I snap photos with and just print it out, so I don't have to keep flipping the book. I do the same with Apple Hockey. All right, we have David Gus Buddy Bell as clams and stuff. Master, I know, right? Master Baseball. What am I thinking, right? It must be that lack of sleep I got the other night. It's working. And I've never played this. I just watched videos and I read the instructions a few times. The book came in today that I've been flipping through. So here we go. All right. So a 55. So a 55 is a 7. So Eckersley is a righty. So there's no change with Bell. So he's a 5. And a 5 is not going to change a 7. So a 7 will be a 7, and that'll be a single into right. Is he a PL? No, so single in the right. All right, so Buddy Bell's on with a single. Now, his steal is R, so R means probably never, so we're not going to steal. And he doesn't have a lot of speed either. So Rusty Staub comes up. I'm not going to bunt with Rusty Staub. All right, he's the DH, so we're not going to bunt. So here we go. Boy, yeah, G-Puck come by tonight. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of people in here tonight watching me. They're probably watching for the train wreck. There's not going to be a train wreck tonight. Nope, I followed this well enough without playing it that I think I'll be okay. So that's what we're going to do. Rusty Staub, man on first for the Texas team. A 52. Again, that's my main role. Is my secondary role, and a single die if I need it here. So we have a 52. And that's going to be a 27. So a 27 is third base. So let's determine third base. I'm not, like I said, I like to do that. So third base is not Butch Hobson, it's Brohammer, who's a 32. I'm sorry, a 3. Brohammer's a 3. Third base, 3 with an 11. Oh, he's going to be a 1. right? I don't even have to check. An 11's always going to be the best. So he's going to be a 1. So we go to fielding 1 on a 27. Yep, 27. And, it's a DP, right? Assist third base. Yeah, third to second to first. A no-hold batter out at first. Runner to second. Oh, so he's being held. Okay, so if he wasn't being held, the runner gets a second, except the slow runner who is doubled. X strikeout? Oh, it's X strikeout, though. All right, so here's the question. Do I go with the double play on this one here, or do I do the X strikeout? That's a question here. Because there's like a little semicolon that says a non-held batter out at first, runner. So if you're not holding the runner at first, he gets the second, except if he's slow. So does the X at the very end trump everything, and I'm going to go with a strikeout? X, yes, he does. He has an X and a Z. So if Eckersley has the X, do I go with a strikeout and not the double play? Okay, so it's a strikeout, so which is a bummer because it would have been a double play. Okay. All right, so Rusty Staub will strike out, so there's 1 away with a man on first base. Okay. So in that case, it was better for Rusty Staub to strike out. Okay. So we got a 56. And a 56 is a 40. Ooh, this should be interesting. So a 40T. So T, would that be team defense, which is a 37, which is fielding is it fielding 2 or fielding 3? Oh boy, I forget now. Team defense is 37, actually for both teams. So team defense is 37. So team defense 2. Okay, so we have a 56 we said was a 40. Okay, it's a pass ball. Run it to second by PB3 catcher only. Otherwise use rare playboard. H to R, it's a ball and the runner steals second. H to R. Okay, what would H to R be? Here we go. So I'm reading off here. So pass ball, runner to second by PB3 catcher only. So Fisk is PB1. So Fisk is PB1. So I'm thinking it's not a pass ball, right? Oh, hit and run is H. Okay, so I'm not hitting and running. Okay, thank you for that. Now I know that. So it looks like I'm going to the rare play board. So I'm going to go to rare play. So on my rare play board with a man on first, we'll use my 24. Now I'm taking it, I'm looking at the 37 chart. So if on my rare play, the dice roll will be 24 and it's 37 for the defense, and it says 7. 7 fielding 2. And it's got right field, first base, right field. Okay, so this now I'm stuck. So I have 3 possible options here on my rare play board. Runner at first. It's 7-1B, 7RF, and 7RF. All right, so now I need help. So it's got 2 7RFs. It's got 7RF, 7-1B, 7RF. Yeah, 40 off the card, but that's directing me to rare play. Okay, so the original number was 40 for the pass ball, so it's a 40 on the rare play. Okay, 40 on the... Oh, I see. So 40 on the rare play. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, sacrifice hit. Okay, I do see that. Okay. I just learned that. So a 40 is my dice roll, and a 24 is my secondary roll. Okay. So that's going to give me a 13. So a 40, 13, and a 13, which is not a sacrifice or a hit. Okay, I got it. And fielding 2, single back of second, runner to second, single, back of second, runner to second, slow runner out, and I'm not worried about these sacks. So it's a single in back of second, runner to second, S runner out, second base to shortstop, no hit. Okay, so if Buddy Bell is a slow runner, he would be out at second and the hit was taken away. So he's not a slow runner. So basically it's a single, runner to second, and okay, I got it. Hit and run inside. Okay, yeah, I'm getting that now. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, okay, so you go back to the original number to look on the chart, 36 to 41. Okay, all right, got it. Yeah, I'm slowly but surely, this is really starting to make sense. So Buddy Bell the second, and Grubb's going to pick up a single, and now we have first and second. All right, cool. No, I'm liking this. I'm glad you guys are here because I would have got stuck on a couple of those things. So now I know that I keep the original number on the rare play chart and roll for that. Got it. And then there's sacrifice and hit and run too. Cool. Liking that. I'm liking that. Okay. I'm liking this. All right. So Pat Putnam, first and second, one away. Pat Putnam. And we're going to get a 44. Alrighty. So a 44 is an 8. So he's a 0 against Eckersley, so it's a 5. So a 5, 8 does not change. So we go with the 8. That's a single over second base. And my 1 here on the 8, right? Yep. 8 is single over second base, and it's a 56 or a 66 with 2 outs. So it's a 56. So let's see. Let's see if we're going to score here on the single over second base. So it's going to go over second base into right field. So Evans has got an arm, though. He's got a 39. Good to have Dewey in the outfield, right? All right, so let's see what's going to happen here on the play. So it's going to be Buddy Bell, whose speed is 9. So, yeah, I don't think we're sending him home. So 56 and 9 is 65. Minus 39 is, well, it's still 26, right? It's still 26. So all he would need is a 52 to come home. Let's send him home. All right, we're here having fun, so we're going to send him. Buddy Bell, all right, is going to try to score, right, off the hit by Putnam. So Putnam singles, and Buddy Bell is going to try to come in and score with his speed of 9. So let's just add this up one more time. 9 and 56 is 65. Minus 39 is 26. And a 26 on my chart is a 52. So he scores on a 52 or less, all right? And he scores. All right, so Buddy Bell comes around the score. Grubb, what do we want Grubb to do? Oh, so we would have to look over here on the... So he was a 4. So 4 plus 9 is 13. He would need a 31. So no, we're just going to have him stop. So the throw comes home. We're going to keep him there, and they're on the board. So now we're still at first and second. All right, so Putnam singles home a run off of Eckersley, and that is good. Well, Mr. Moley, this is my very first time playing the game. And anytime you play a game for the first time, it's going to take you a hell of a long time to play. And I've already learned how to speed it up. So to each his own, I guess. I'm having fun. It's like the football game. It takes a long time to play, but I had fun. Okay, what do we got here? So Dave Roberts coming up now. Yeah, there's a lot of math here, but I like the fact that, when I hit it to right field, it wasn't an automatic he's safe or he's out or whatever. It's like there's a play at the plate, and you roll the dice. And that's what I missed about that in APBA was the plays at the plate and stuff like that. All right, so we still got first and second. One away. And a 63. And a 63 is going to be a 32. And a 32 is hit in the right field. And because it's an 11, he's going to be a fielding 1 no matter what, right? Yeah, so it's going to be a fielding 1. So I come over here on the 32, fielding 1. So that's going to be a fly out to right field. And with the 4, it's going to be in the middle. So it's going to be a 39. So 39 minus 39 is a 0. So if anybody wants to tag, alrighty, so if Grubb wants to tag, it's just his speed, which is a 9. And so he's got 9 chances. So that would mean he'd have to get 23 or less. So he's going to hold. We're not going to test Evans' arm. So we're just going to call this a fly ball to right field. Right? Fly ball to right field. And he's going to hold. And I do like this. I really like how this die here determines where the ball was hit. So this was like a medium hit. So it's 38, 39, and 41. So it was medium hit to right field. So Evans, it wasn't a shallow, but with Evans' 39 arm, it wiped out the depth. And so it was just his speed. So I like that. All right, so Roberts is done. 2 away. Still 2 on, 2 outs. 1 run in. It's 2-1. So here we go. And we got a 42, and a 42 is a 30. So a 30 is going into left field, and it's going to be a fly out either way. But just for kicks, a 13 in the outfield is going to be 1. So it's going to be a fly out, and that'll be, K strikeout. No, not a K strikeout. So it's going to be just a fly ball in the left field. And that is that. So they pick up 1, and it's 2-1 as you go to the bottom of the second. And this is going pretty well. I mean, there's a few things that I didn't pick up on on the chart, like the sacrifice and the hits and stuff and carrying over the rare play number. But now that I have them, I don't think it's going too badly considering. Ooh, a 33 and a 33, a pair of 33s. Look at that. So we have a 33 for Carlton Fisk. So a 33 is going to be a 6. So he's a -3. So that's going to make Perry an 11. So an 11-6. That's LM. LM. Now, hang on a sec. Oh, no, but he doesn't have it. So he doesn't have the LM. So if he had the LM, that would change a double into a home run, right? But Gaylord Perry does not have L or M. So on the 11-6, no LM, it's going to be a double. So Carlton Fisk with a double for his trouble, right? Okay. Nice. So Brohammer comes up with a man on second. And now Fisk is not slow, or he's got a speed of 12. Just so I know. All right, so Brohammer comes up. And 34. So a 34 for Brohammer is a 31. And a 31 is hit into center field. And a 51 for my center fielder, who's a 2, he's going to be 3, column 3, which I think is the best, it's the worst column. The worst column. But no matter what it is, it's a fly out. And a 4 is going to be 32 deep. So in the center field, right, 34 is the 31. So it's hit in the center field, 32 deep. My center fielder's got an arm of 26. So that's going to leave 6 if I want to tag, plus his speed. So it's an 18. So if I wanted to tag, I would need a 36. Yeah, because that's half. 18 is half of 36. So I would need, let's tag. Let's do it. Alrighty, so 36 or less. So he's going to fly out to center field. right? And Mickey Rivers, who doesn't have a very, very good arm. So Fisk is going to tag. Again, I'm trying out all kinds of things tonight, you know. All right, so here comes Mickey Rivers. It's in medium fly ball in the center field. It's a 32 minus 26 is 6. And we said plus 12 is 18. So he's got 18 chances out of 36. So he needs a 36 or less. Here it is. So Fisk slides into third base, and he is out. They just get him. He needed a 36. They got a 43. But let's check on the drop throw. So the drop throw is a 61. Oh, there's all kinds of numbers with a 61. So, yeah, so I need to roll this. And a 5. So a 561 is shortstop 6. No, so that throw went to the third baseman, right? So there's not going to be a drop because it's not the correct player or anything like that. So Fisk is out. So Fisk is out going to third on the tag, and that was pretty darn cool, actually. So Mickey Rivers, the Mickey Rivers has no arm, and he threw out Fisk, and that's why I wanted to do this. I'm liking this rather than having it be automatic. I'm liking this. Okay, this is working out. This is fun. This is really fun. Yeah. And you know what I did? I bought some decider die that's like a yes, no, maybe. So I'm going to roll that to see if I'm going to do some stuff here just to kind of make it kind of fun. And if it's a maybe, then I have to decide. All right, so I got a 56 with nobody on. It's going to be a 34. And a 34 it's an out no matter what to shortstop. And just for kicks, our 56 for our shortstop, who's a 7. And a 56 for a shortstop is a 7. Is going to be a 3. So that's going to be a pop out the short. And that'll do it. So no runs here. They did a leadoff double that gets thrown out at third base by Mickey Rivers. Imagine that, Mickey Rivers, you know. And guess who leads off? Mickey Rivers will lead off here. So base is empty here. We go to the top of the third, and we have a 35, a 36. So a 36 is the 33. So a 33 is hit down the shortstop. And again, we don't have to check, but I just been doing it just for the heck of it here. So Burleson is a 9. So a 9, shortstop 51. A 951 is going to be a 1. So he's going to still he'll be a 1, and it's going to be he popped it out. Oh, why strike out? No, why he popped it out. All right, so pop out to shortstop. So Mickey Rivers high fly to shortstop. And Burleson makes the play. I want to get in the I know you don't have to check, but I kind of want to get in the idea of checking. I don't know, I just want to do that. So we got a 56. A 56 is a 34, and that's hit the shortstop again. And a 46 is going to be he's going to be 1 again. He's still 1. So 1 is another pop fly. So 2 pop outs to Burleson here, and we have 2 outs here in the top of the third. Scoop Oliver struck out the last time. We got a 34, and that's a 31. And that's going to be, again, it's either a line drive out or a pop out to center field. So this time we won't check. We'll just say it's going to be a fly out to center field. 1, 2, 3. And, that's that. All right, we continue on. We're going to bring up the next team to hit, though. How about that? So let's bring up Remy, who will lead things off. And Remy singled the last time he was up. And so we have, an 11 for Remy. And a 66, too. So an 11 for Remy is a 0. Oh, so we go right to the 0 chart, right? So we don't have to worry about that. So on a 0, we have a 12. So that's going to be an 8. So on 8s, we don't check, right? There's no pitcher check on an 8. An 8 is an 8 and is an 8. That's going to be a single into left center field. So Remy is on with a single, and we don't even check that, I'm pretty sure. And so that is that. Okay. So Rick Burleson comes up. Now, if we wanted to steal, again, if I look at my numbers here, and he is being held on, so we look at our steal. So it's 27 minus 3 is 24. Minus 4 is 20. Then minus 2 more, so he's an 18. So if he wanted to steal, an 18 on my steal chart is 36. Let's go. 36. We're going to send him. All right, Remy's going to try to steal. 18 chances out of 36 is a 36. So here we go. Remy takes off the pitch. Roberts trying to throw him out, and no, he's in there. So Remy with a stolen base. And he'll go down to second on the steal. And we check for the wild throw, right? We check for the wild throw. Alrighty, so we'll check for the wild throw. So it's going to be 5:15. So 5:15. C6. I have it's a C7. Woo-hoo, we almost threw it away. That's a C7. So, no, we didn't throw it away. And it's got to be exact, right? So if what's the higher is better. So it's not like 7 or less, right? It's just C7. So that's the other question I have. So if I'm looking on the chart, if it says C7, is it C7 or less, or is it just like C7 exact? That was the other question I have. In fact, on all the throws, does it have to hit exact? Or if I had a C2, which is terrible, right? Would that encompass that? And Dwayne says it has to be exact. Okay, cool. Okay. I asked Tebow that earlier, but I did want to double check again. All right, so Remy's in the second base. We have a man on second, and Burleson comes up. All right, Burleson, a 25 for Burleson. And that's going to be another 8. So Burleson -2 is going to be a 10. So a 10-8 is, there's no change on a 10-8. So an 8 is a single over second. And I got a 4 here. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a 50. So it's going to go into center field again. Oh, and Rivers has got a bad arm, right? So the speed of Remy is 18. So we got 50 and 80, 68 minus 26. So 68 minus 20 is 48 minus 6 is 38. Ooh, so that's automatic, right? So that's automatic. If I get 68, and I see what you said about the calculator. I'm usually pretty good with math. If I get 68, right? 68, well, if I do minus 30 is 38. Yeah, he's in there. It's automatic. So he's in there. So Remy goes to third base automatically. Oh, he scores, actually. He actually scores. Yeah, like Joe says, scores without a throw. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because it's higher than 36, which is that's automatic. So he scored. Oh, I like this. I'm liking this so much. And Burleson now, so there's going to be no throw. Burleson will stop at first. Now, if he wanted to try, I don't think he really could, really. So there's no throw, so he's going to stop. Okay. Yeah, I did. I hit the ball at Mickey. I did. He's got a 26 arm, so that's why I scored automatically. All right, cool. So Burleson's on first base. Lynn scores from second on no throw. And so Burleson stops at first. That's what I'm going to do. Now, if I wanted to go to, like I said, I don't even know if I could go to second base. So if I, just for kicks, if I wanted to do that, with no throw, the batter cannot advance. Okay. So there's no way to even check that. Okay. Yeah, because he'd be like, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so Freddie Lynn coming up. Freddie Lynn doubled. He scored a run in this game as the Red Sox lead this one now 3-1. And there's nobody out and a man on first. And Freddie Lynn, a 36 is a 14. And that might change. So Freddie Lynn is -8. So that makes Perry a 16. No, I'm sorry. He's a +2. So that makes Perry a 6. So on a 6-14, they don't check on a 14. It's just 1 through 12 and 35. Okay, got it. So it's a base on balls, Z or Z's. Oh, he is a Z, so it's 2 balls. 2 balls. All right, so 2 balls to Lynn. 2 balls to Lynn. A 34, a 31. That's hit into center field. And a center fielder Oh, Mickey Rivers again. His range is a 2. And a 216 will be a 1. So he's going to be a 1. So hit into center field, a 34-31. Fly out center field, and it's a 30. Okay, strikeout. No strikeout. So 30. So is that my hit number, 30? So Lynn flies out to center field. So let me mark that down. Now, if Burleson wanted to tag, speed of 12. So that would give me, am I right about this? It says fly out, put out center field, 30. And then second base. Okay, strikeout, no strikeout. So 30 plus 12 is 42. 42 minus 26 is 16. So that would give him a 16, right? So 42 chances, but we cut that by 26. And that would be 18, I think. Or I could make it easier. 30 minus 26 is 4. So 4 plus 12 is 16. So 16 chances. Dun, 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 I need 34. I need 34, right? So 34. So do I want? That's not quite half. So we'll hold. Burleson will hold at first base. All right. So we'll just do that. So Lynn flies out Mickey Rivers. They're not going to test his arm this time, so we're going to hold. I like that though. I'm liking figuring this out. I really am. This is working. This is working. And a 65. 35. We can do a 35 check. So Rice is plus 4, so that's going to bring him down to a 4. So a 435 is nothing. So a 35 is a catcher check, and a 45 on the catcher. So our catcher is a 7. 745 is a 2. So foul out, runner holds, W base on balls, no. And all right, so he fouled out to the catcher. All right, so Rice pops it up to the catcher, and there's 2 away. So 2 away, and a runner on first. All righty. Sweetest Jeff comes by, and you just ordered the Master game. Should arrive Monday. Yet mine arrived today. I bought it from a second hand, but I'll probably end up getting the game from the company at some point. But this is a good way to try it. I did order a couple more seasons, so they're making their money off of Dave. This has been fun, Jeff. This has been fun. It's more fun than I thought it was going to be. It's a lot of thinking, and it takes a hell of a lot more than the basic game. But this is fun. It reminds me of Grant's 49 Quick Dex football game. A lot of stopping, a lot of thinking, a lot of figuring it out. But it's fun. When you figure out, when you solve the puzzle, it's so fun that you solve the puzzle. All right, I got a 13. That's going to be a 14 for Yaz, and that'll be a walk. No, 2 balls, because he's a Z. So 2 balls to Yaz. So Perry's avoided a couple of walks already. And a 41 to Yaz is a 24, and that's going to be hit to the shortstop. And it looks like it's going to be a double play. No matter how we slice it, that's a double play to short. So I don't even need to check the rating. So if I did 7 shortstop, 41 he'd be a 2. Right? Oh, no, he'd be a 3. Oh, wait, hang on a sec. He's a 3. I think he's still out, though. So a 41 is here on a 7, and he would be a 3. So fielding 3, it's still a double play down the short on the 24. So he's out. So ground ball short, and that'll end the inning. They get 1, and the Sox lead this 3-1 as we go to the 4th. All right. See if I can pick up the pace a little bit. Yeah, this is 1980. And here we go. So Buddy Bell, a 64, is a 13, and that's a strikeout unless he's an R, and he is not, so that'll be a strikeout. All right. 1 away. Simple enough. See if I can pick up the pace a little bit. Now that I've sorted out some things, it's going pretty well. 51 is an 8, so we need to check. So he's minus 10. Oh, I'm sorry, plus 2. He's a plus 2, so that's going to bring him to a 3. So I don't think A 3 is going to change an 8. No, it does not. So an 8 is a single into left center field unless he's a PR. Nope. So it's going to be a single. So Rusty Staub's on with a single. And he's got a speed of 2, and his stealing is G. So there'll be no stealing here for Buddy Bell, or Rusty Staub, rather. Johnny Grubb, thanks for the grub. Johnny Grubb, oh, an 11, it's a 0, right? So we don't touch anything on a 0. A 0 is a 0, and a 63 is a 6. Now, I think it's just 7, 8, 11 that we check, right? So we can change a 6. Am I wrong with that? As I thought it was just 7, 8, and 11 you couldn't touch, but I think a 6 you could change. Let me know while I check here. So Grubb is 0, and so it's a 5. So a 5, 6, it doesn't change anything, okay? So it's still going to be a 6. And, I think the only thing that it could change is maybe turning that into a home run. Alrighty. So yeah, just let me know on that. If I thought Tebow said you don't check anything in the second column, but I thought it said it just 7, 8, 11. But a 6 is going to be a double over first base. All right, so Grubb's going to double, and Staub, who's got no speed of 2, and that's going to go to Evans again. I rolled the 1, so it's not that deep either. And there's only 1 out. So a double in the right field at 42. If he bats right, it's in the left field, and he bats left. So it's in the right field. A 42 minus Evans' 39 is a 3. And a 3 plus 2 is a 5. So he would need 11 to 15 to score. So we're gonna hold him at third. And check 1 to 6. Okay. Some can get turned into a single. Okay, so just 7, 8, 11. We don't check, right? On I'm pretty sure it said don't check 7, 8, or 11. Yeah, certain players' cards have 7, 8, and 11 in their second column. When that second column requires that, it is not subject to a pitching grade change. It's not subject to not subject to pitching grade changes. Okay. And there's a few other things here. Okay, so we got it. So second and third, Staub is too slow. Evans is too good. So cool. So now we have runners on second and third, and there's only 1 out. Here we go. Yeah, no, it tells me right here, right from the rule book here that I printed out, 7s, 8s, and 11s in the second column are not subject to pitching changes. So I had that printed out just to make my my life a little bit more easy. I think. So 2s and 6s can. Yeah, okay. So 7. It said 7, 8, and 11 is what it did. Johnny Grubb was almost traded to the Phillies for Sparky Lyle. Oh, with Sparky Lyle for Bake McBride. Oh, that would have been a big one, huh? 6 would only change if L&M was on the board and the pitcher has a symbol. Also, some 6s are home runs, but the 6 comes out of the double column, turns into a 4 or 5, which is a double. Okay. So so I think so far we're doing good. I think. Appreciate all the help from all the guys who are doing it. So Grubb is on with a double, so it's second and third, and the tying run is on second base for Putnam. Here we go. He's got a single too. Eckersley to Putnam. A 26 is a 30. That's hit into left field. So our left fielder is Jimmy Rice, who's a 1 with a 26. A 126. So he's going to be a 2. So column 2 in the left field. 26 is the 30. Fly out. And with a 3, it's a 48. So it's going to be F7. So if Staub wanted to score, again, we have a 48 minus Rice's 30. So I'll just do the math like this. So it's going to be an 18. And we said it was his speed is a 2. So it's a 20. So if he wants to tag, he's got 20 chances. And that means actually that's not bad. That's more than half, right? That's more than half. So we said it was 48 minus 30 is 18, 20. Let's send him home. Let's send him home. Rusty Staub is going to tag with a 20. So he needs 42. We're going to send the big boy. We're going to send him. We're going to test Jimmy Rice. All right, here we go. Jimmy Rice makes the catch in left field, trying for the double play. Staub is going to tag. 42 or less. Here's the play at the plate, and he's out. Let's check for the drop, though. Let's check for the drop. He is out. Okay, we can just use this for the drop. That's kind of what I was using it for. And a 326. Uh-oh. C9. Oh, he's a C8. He almost dropped the ball. It's C9. He drops it. He's a C8 on the 326. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And Staub is out at the plate. He is gunned down by Jimmy Rice. That was so cool. And just checking the drop to see if he dropped it is even more fun. So I'm liking the error checks. I'm liking the rolls for the drama for the plays at the plate. Yes, this is fun. Not sure I'd want to play it like all the time like this. This might be like a when I'm playing an APBA football game when I want to spend some time on it. But for my first playthrough, now I'm getting live help here. I have the live chat here going that's helping me out. But I'm rather enjoying this a little more than I thought it would. It looked like fun, but I'm kind of enjoying it. It's just getting used to all the little nuances here, which are not terrible. All right, so Sox are up. And we have Tony Perez. And we have a 26. So a 26 for Perez is a 24. And no matter how you slice it, that's going to be, a K strikeout. No K strikeout. Hit down the shortstop and a nice play down there by Nelson Norman. And so we got a G6 and is one away. Carlton Fisk comes up. And we have a 63. Now Fisk, that's a 31. So this is hit in the center field. And it's going to be an out no matter what. So we're just going to call that a fly out to center field. And Mickey Rivers, who's had a busy day. Mickey Rivers has had a very busy day. Now we got the Broster. The Brohammer. Bro Montana. 51. That's a 9, so we got to check. Perry's a righty, so -1, so he's going to be a 9. So we have a 9, 9. Oh, we have a change. So a 9, 9 turns a single into a 34. And a 34 is a pop out or a line drive to the shortstop, right? If I did that correctly, so the pitcher is a 9, and we roll the 9, and that's going to change it to a 34, which is a pop out to the shortstop. So P6. So, so I think that's how the table works, right? That's how it turns. So that's how, like, A, B, and C pitchers take away singles, something like that. Okay, so nothing here. We go to the top of the 5th. Here in Boston, it is 3-1 for the Red Sox. 41 is a 24. And that's going to be hit down the shortstop. A K strikeout. No, he's not a K strikeout. So that's going to be just hit down the shortstop, and no matter how he fields, I guess the best thing to go would be to go to fielding 3, because that's where all the errors are, right? And if it's not an out, if it's not a hit or an error on fielding 3 or 2, I guess I could assume. And we'll just play it. So shortstop, ground ball to short. So Dave Roberts hits down to the rooster, and there's one away. Yeah, if he was a big-time hitter, that would have been kind of cool, right? All right, Norman is up now. Norman, 15. That's going to be a 9, so let's check it out here. So he's a 0, so it's going to be a 5 and a 9. And nope, 5 and a 9 will not work, so it's going to be a 9, and a 9 is a single. So Nelson Norman is on with a single. And here we go. Mickey Rivers. Let's check the steal here. So he's a C. Oh, he's a C14. C14. So let me check this. Let me check the stealing thing here. So -1 to +2 ahead anytime. So they are down, and there's no reservations on outs or anything like that. So if he wanted to steal, oh, he's only a 14, and a 14. But Fisk is up a -1, so that turned that into a 15. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, a 15. So that's a 15. He's being held on, so that turns it into a 13. And Eckersley is a 0, so it's a 13. So if I wanted to steal on a 13, it would be 31. $31 or less. Let's go. Norman's going to go. We're going to try to steal. All righty, we're going to try to steal. Norman's going to try to steal. So 31. And he's in there with a 16. So Norman steals the base, and now he's going to go to second. I've seen some holes where fielding 3 results are actually better than fielding 2. Okay, so I'll look up the other results, Joe. Okay, thanks. I'll do that. All righty, so Mickey Rivers now with a man on second in a 3-1 game here in the 5th. A 16 for Rivers. That's a 28. 28 is hit down to the shortstop. So let's check Burleson right away. So Burleson is a 9. So a 940. 946. 946 is, he's still going to be a 1. All right, so 940, he's still a 1. So call him 1 here. Out at first, and the runner holds. Okay, out at first, and the runner holds. So it's going to be a ground ball to short. Burleson looks him back, and is 2 away. All right, Bump Willis. Bump Willis, we got a 41. That's going to be a 28. This is hit down the shortstop again. And a 41 for Burleson. We said that was going to be, he's still going to be a 1. So Burleson's a 1. And he's out at first. Runner holds again, but that'll end the inning. So 3 ground balls to Burleson. They leave a runner stranded. And we're going to go now to the bottom of the 5th. 3-1 Sox. And give me 1 second, will you? I am rather enjoying this. So we got my Mandarin Orange Seltzer Water is going to be the drink of choice tonight as we get into our Master, APBA Master. All right. So here we go. So we have the Sox coming up in the bottom of the 5th. It's going to be Dewey Evans. Dewey. Here we go. Against Gaylord Perry. Oh, now I need to do a check here. Hang on a second. As we get late in the game, the pitcher fatigue. So I believe was it 5 runs? So for pitcher fatigue, I think it's 5 runs, right? And that's how you play the basic game. But on top of that, so he's a 2 and he's a 3. So a 2 reduced 1 grade at the beginning of the 8th, and on a 3 reduced 1 grade at the beginning of the 7th. So 2 is better. So Perry's a little bit better with fatigue. So right now, nobody's fatigued because no one's given up 5 runs, right? Is it 5? Let me, the APBA people, double check me on that. Excuse me. And they get better, too, I think, if they don't give up any runs. That's the one thing I'm not really sure about with the APBA stuff there. 5 runs in 3 innings, okay, and that fatigues him. And what does that bring him? What does that drop him to on the fatigue chart? He drops how many now? Is it 5? And then he can increase the grade if he doesn't give up anything. So I'm going to have to double check that. Oh, here it is right in front of me here. Okay, no earned runs for 5 innings. He gets 5 points, but they've both given up runs, so don't have to worry about that. So 5 earned runs. Okay, it's all right here on bases empty page. Okay, I got it. All right, so I think I got that. All right, so let's roll that dice here. So we get Evans coming up here at the bottom of the 5th. Evans, a 12. It's going to be a 25. And this is going to be hit down to X strikeout. Yeah, X strikeout. So he struck him out. 1 away. Jerry Remy with 1 out. Ooh, an 11. It's going to be a 0 for Rems. So we'll leave that here in case I need it. So a 0 for Remy. And a 16 is a 7. And 7s we don't check. So a 7 is a single to right. And Remy is on. So he's 3 for 3 with 3 singles. And we said his stealing was 3. It was 19. So we're not going to steal this time. We're not going to steal. So we're going to keep him on first base. He's going to be held. All right, we are going to hold him. He's on first base, and it's Burleson. All right, here's Burleson now. And Burleson, ooh, a 55 for Burleson is an 8. And 8, so he's a 10. So 8 plus 2 is a 10, so a 10-8. A 10-8 is not changed. An 8 is a single line drive into left, and it's a 28 deep. So in left field, Johnny Grubb's 27, so that would leave 1 plus speed of 18 is 19. So if I wanted to go to third, it would be 19, so that would be 41 or less. I've been pretty aggressive on the base paths, right? I've been pretty aggressive. So it's hit into left. Johnny Grubb's 27. Oh, man, what do I do here? He's got 19 chances to get there, which is a little more than half, right? 19 chances. I think in Fenway Park it's kind of small, so we're going to say no. So we'll just keep it like that. So we're going to go runners on first and second, and Freddie Lynn comes up, and Freddie's got a double in this game, so let's see what he can do against Perry. All right, so Perry now feeling the heat. They're going to probably end up trading him to New York before the season's out, from what I imagine. A 24, oh no, 13. Strike him out. So Freddie Lynn strikes out and is 1 away. Jim Rice. 13 is a 22. This is a catcher check. All right, so our catcher, a 13. I imagine he's going to be an A. So if he's a catcher 7, and I got a 13, that's going to be a 1. Yeah, so he's going to be a 1. So let's see, fielding 1. Single to right, runner out trying to score, other runner to third. So batter out trying to score. Oh, what is single to right, runner out trying to score, other runner to third. Batter out trying for second on throw home. Oh, so that's going to be, oh, wow. Oh, wow, so that's a double play. So Remy is, so Rice with a single, right? 13-22. Single to right. Remy is out coming home. And Rice is out. Yeah, Rice is out trying to go to second. It's a double play. Well, it wouldn't matter anyway. There was 2 outs, so just the runner coming home is out. Wow, interesting. So that I didn't have to do anything. So Rice in the right field. And, yeah, they threw him out. So Al Oliver guns down the speedy Remy at the plate, and that'll end the inning. So the Sox leave some guys on, some aggressive base running, and that'll do it. So let's go to the top of the 6th. 66 for Oliver, and that's going to be a 0. 66 for Oliver. This is going to be some trouble here. And a 52 is a 7. Now, we don't touch the 7. That's a single to left. Single to left. So Oliver's on. Speed 13, D17 stealer. So no, we're not going to steal him. We're not going to steal him because they're down by 2. All right, so man on first. And coming up to the plate is Buddy Bell. Everyone's favorite Bell, Buddy Bell. And a 12 is a 25. So this is a catcher check. A 12, I'm going to assume that Fisk being an 8 is going to stay at the top there. So, yeah, he's going to be a 1. So, fielding 1 on a 25. And that's a double play. So, it's going to be hit down to second. Oh, it's K strikeout. No strikeout. Yeah, last time that backfired on him. So it's going to be second to short to first. So, it's going to be a double play. So, Buddy Bell hits into a double play. And there's quickly 2 outs now. Well, that was kind of cool. And a 21 is a 30. 30's hit into left field, and K strikeout, no K strikeout. And Rice will make the catch. And, well, that was fast. Fly out to 7. Nothing in the 6th. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th. And Yaz is going to lead this off for the Sox. Here we go. A 34 is a 31. And that's going to be an out no matter how you slice it to center field. We said 34 is 31. That's center field. And Yaz is out 1 away. Tony Perez here in the 6th. And a 52 for Perez is a 27. And this is going to be hit down to X strikeout. So he struck out. Struck him out. So Perez is out. Fisk comes up with 2 away. A 45 is a 14. And we don't check a 14, and that's just going to be a walk. But he's double Z 2 balls. No, he's a single Z, so it's going to be a walk. So that'll be the first walk of the day. He gets the Pantera walk. And Brohammer, here he is. Coolest name in baseball today. 54 is not very cool, though. A 32. And that's going to be a fly out to right field, no matter how we slice it. So he'll fly out for the last out. Sox get absolutely nothing. And we go to the top of the 7th. So now I need to check my pitchers here. So Eckersley's a 3. So reduce the grade by 1 point at the beginning of the 7th inning. So he's going to be reduced now to a 4. All righty. So we got to remember that he's reduced by a 4. By 1. And coming up now, rubby-dub-dub, it's Johnny Grubb. 36 is a 33. Is hit down to second base. And Remy will handle that one without any issue. And so we'll call that a pop out or a line out to second baseman 1 away. Uh, 21 is a 26, and this is hit down to second base, and a 26 is there. This is another G4 here. So 2 away. So Eckersley doing a good job here. Yep, and we got a 22. That's going to be a 7. And 7s we check, so he's a 4. He's gonna be a 1 against Roberts, and nothing changes there. So that's gonna be a single because he likes to mingle. Right, single into right. All righty, so Roberts is on with a single. Not much of a stealer, so he's not going to steal. And Nelson Norman comes up. And we have an 11. That's going to be another 7. And I don't think we make any changes here. So he's going to be a 4. So a 4-7 doesn't change. That's a single in the right. And it's going to be medium deep. So it's going to be a single in the right. So Norson singles. Dave Roberts, he's got some speed. He's got some speed here. So let's check our single into right on the 7. So it's going to be the second column, which is 41. So 41 minus 39 is 2, plus 14 is 16. So he has 34. 34 out of 66. So 34 unless he's in there. I think because we got 2 outs, we're going to hold him there, and we're going to go first and second. There's no sense making the third out over there with 2 outs because the fly ball is not going to help us, right? So we're gonna executive decision. We're going to hold him. Maybe when I get the decider dice, I might roll someday. But we're going to go to the top of the order, Mickey Rivers. So we have first and second, 2 outs, and the Rangers are now threatening the Sox here. But a 65 is a 35, and that's going to be W is a base on balls. No, he's not a W. And so he's just going to pop this out to the catcher with first and second, and that'll do it. So they'll get out of the jam. Whew. So absolutely nothing here in the 7th. So we go to the bottom of the 7th, and it is still 3-1 Red Sox. And we have Dewey starting it out here. And, a 22 is a 6. So he is a -2 against righties. So it's going to be a 6. Checking a 6. And LM, no LM. So that'll be a double into right center field. So Evans is on with a lead-off double. So now Remy comes up. Do we want to try to bunt him over for an insurance run and set up the meat of the order? Yeah, we're going to try a sacrifice. All right, so let's do a sacrifice hit because we're trying to do everything today. So Remy on the sacrifice is a 24. So that's a 29. And on a 29, it's back to the mound. And let's check the pitcher. So the pitcher, Perry, is a 2 with a 24. A 2 with a 24. So he's going to be a 1. So he's going to be a 1 still. So pitcher 2 with a 24 is a 1. So it's going to be out at first and runner to third. K strikeout. No, run out. Oh, sacrifice. Safe at first on fielder's choice. Oh, runner out at. Are you kidding me? Safe at first and a runner out at third. So they get him. So it bunts. Perry turns and fires to third, and they get Evans going to third. Son of a gun. How about that? So the bunting backfired. The bunting has not been good in the Master game. I got to say, the bunting has not been good. It's kind of like the screen pass and the draw in APBA football. It doesn't work too well. So I got to keep an eye on that. The bunting in Master is not that good. So Burleson comes up with a man on first now because of the bad bunt. And a 63 is a 24. So this is going to be hit down the shortstop. And no matter how we slice this, it's going to be a double play. And that'll end the inning. So a leadoff double goes, whew, see ya. And now we go to the 8th inning, 3-1 Sox. So now in the 8th inning, now Eckersley's gone 4 innings without a run. So his base grade is 5, so he's got to go 5 innings, so I don't think you get anything here. So he's going to now he loses another one, right? So he loses another one. One at the beginning of the 7th, one at the beginning of the 8th and 2 in the 9th. So he's now a 3. So he's the equivalent of a D pitcher right now. So he's a 3. But we're going to keep going here. So leading off is Bump Willis. And a 51 is a 9. And so let's check the 9 here. So again, he's only a 3. We'll make that a 4. And a 4-9 doesn't change. So a 9 is a single. So Bump Willis is on with a single. Tying run comes to the plate in Al Oliver. Here we go. Oh, a 66 is a 0. Hold the phone. Al Oliver gets a hold of this, and that's going to be a 6. And we do check 6s, but I don't think that's going to change very much here. So a 3, 6, yeah. He's not an M, so that would have been for a 2, so it's going to be no change. So a 6 is a double over first, and it's not that deep, though. So it's only a 42. Now, if he bats right, he's a lefty. If he bats right, it would be over third base. So it's over first. So he's going to smack that in the right field to Evans with a 42. So it's going to be a single for Oliver. Now, we said it was a 42. Evans is 39, so that leaves 3. Plus 17 is a 20. With nobody out, do we try to send him on a 20? He would need 42. We're going to send him this time. Last time we held up, we're going to send him. So here we go. So he's got a 20 to get there. So he needs a 42 or less. And a 42 or less. No, he is out. Evans guns him down. But now we need to check for the drop, right? So he is out going to third base. Evans with a terrific play to gun him down, if I'm doing this correctly. And let's check the drop table. Oh, this was my drop table, 111. Nope, there's no drop. That was my drop table. So that doesn't matter. So he is out. So a single, and then he's out going to third. Bump Willis is thrown out. Now, does Oliver go to second here on a 20? I think he does. So I get a 17 plus 13 is 30. So we're going to try to send him to second base. So he's got a 30, right? So it's speed 13 plus 17 is 30. And the 30 is 56, and he's in there. So Oliver will take advantage of that throw and go into second base. So now I have a runner on second base. If I did it correctly. I think I did it correctly. And if I did correctly, that's good because this is fun. This is really, really fun. And this is coming from the hockey guy and the football guy. All right, so Buddy Bell comes up. So we have runner thrown out at third. There was no drop. And he took Oliver took second base. So now Buddy Bell comes up. So we got a man on second, one away in the 8th. Ooh, a 53. That guy almost got away. A 53 is an 18. So this is hit down the shortstop. And a 64. Oh, boy. Burleson might have messed this one up. A 964. And, oh, boy. He's going to be a 3. So a fielding 3, 18. First on error, runner scores, wild throw, E shortstop. So, first on error. So it's going to be E shoot. So Burleson tries to gun him down and throws it away, and Oliver will score. So if I look at that correctly, because he's a fielding 3, the runner scores because I rolled poorly with a 64. That's what I wanted to check. I wanted to go and check errors as Jeff comes by. Yeah, we're trying some Master APBA baseball out tonight. And I knew it would take me a while to play because I'm kind of learning as I go, and I'm slow with checking things, but it's pretty damn fun. Pretty darn fun. So an error by Burleson. So we do have an error on a really, really good shortstop. And so that's going to send a run home, and it's now 3-2. So coming up is Rusty Staub, who's got a single in this game. Runner on first base with one away. And we have a 65, and that's a 35. And let's see here. 33. So Fisk is an 8 catcher with a 33, and he'll be a 1. So fielding 1 on the 35. Foul out, runner holds. W, base on balls. No. So that'd be a pop out to the catcher. And so Rusty Staub pops out. P2. And so there's 2 away. Runner still on first base. Johnny go. 16. And again, that's my roll. That's my second roll if I need it, and here's a single die roll if I need it. So that's kind of how I'm rolling my dice. So we got a 16. 28. 28 is hit down the shortstop. The runner is being held. We're going to hold the runners. That's how we do it. So I got a 42 for Burleson this time. And he'll be on a 9. He'll be a 1. So 16 is 28. Well, the runner on first base, runner out at second. So it's going to be short to second. So it's going to be basically a end of the inning, right? So, yeah, it's going to be a fielder's choice. And that's 1, 2, 3 outs. 3 outs. So they get 1. And they're back in it. It's 3-2. Okay. So we have Freddie Lynn leading off. And the bases are empty. And now Gaylord Perry drops 1 because we're in the 8th inning. So he's going to be a 7 right now. And he's only gone 4 innings without a run. So his base grade is 8. So he's got to go 6 innings to get the boost. And he doesn't. Okay, so here we go. Freddie Lynn. He's got a double in this game. Freddie Lynn, a 26 for Freddie Lynn is a 32. And a 32 is he a K strikeout? No. So it's going to be a line drive into right field, or a fly out to right field. So Freddie Lynn flies out to right field, and there's 1 away. Rice. 56, that's going to be terrible. It's going to be a 34, and that's going to be popped out to the shortstop. And we got 2 away. Yastrzemski, 0 for 3 today for Yaz. 0 for 3. A 16. That's a 28, and that will be a ground ball to short. And that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 inning. That's how fast they can go here. So we go to the top of the 9th. Now Eckersley is in some trouble here, so we want to take him out because he's going to be... He started as a 5. Then he went to a 4. In the top of the 9th, he'll be a 3. So Eckersley's a 3. We're going to go to the closer here. Who is our... Now, this is where it's going to be kind of fun now. So now I can take a look here. This is something I don't normally do, but I will take a look here. So Eckersley goes 8 innings, and it's 3-2. So now I look at my batters coming up, and I have a lefty, a righty, and then I get a both here. So I probably want a lefty here because this guy's a -7 against a lefty. This guy's a -7 against a lefty, and this guy's a -2 against a lefty. So I want to find a lefty. And this actually really does help me figure out who to bring in for a pitcher. So Soupy Campbell is a lefty, but he's only a 4. Tudor is a starter. Torres is a starter. Stanley is a righty. I don't know, bats lefty. Throws right. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong one here. So throws right. I thought he was a right. Oh, Tudor's a lefty, but he's a starter. Righty. Stanley's a righty. Renko's a righty. Remerswall's a righty. Eckersley we took out. Bergmeyer. Ooh, Bergmeyer might be pretty good. Oh, yeah, Joe says Bergmeyer. I like the Bergmeyer. We're going to go with the Burgermeister. Okay. And this is really cool. I really, really like the fact that I can look at the numbers here. He's an A, but he's a 19, and these guys are going to have a hard time against him. All right, so here we go. So we got bases empty, top of the ninth, and Bergmeyer comes in, Bugs, they'd call him, to try to mop up here against the Texas team. So here we go. So we got a 24. 24 is a 13. Struck him out. So Bergmeyer comes in and fans Pat Putnam, and we have one away. Now, Dave Roberts is our catcher. We don't want to get rid of him because he's pretty good. So I don't think I'm going to pinch hit anybody right now. So here we go. So Dave Roberts comes up against the Bergmeyer. A 46 is a 29. This is hit back to the mound. And no matter how we is he an X? No, he's not an X. But no matter how we slice it back to the mound, he's out at first. So it's going to be a G1. So Bergmeyer, a strikeout, and then handles it himself. And there's two away. And now we have the switch hitting Norman. So now I take it I don't have to really think about this, right? Whether he's switch hitter or not, because this is all baked in down here, right? So he's going to be against a lefty -2. So now it's going to bring Bergmeyer up to a 21 if I need it. Pretty cool. Here it is. Here's the pitch. It's a 46. It's a 24. And this is hit over to short. And no matter how we slice it, Burleson's going to make the play. It is an okay. A G6. And that'll do it. And so our final score here in Boston, it's the Red Sox 3 and the Texas team 2. And that is that. So that is my look at the Master game. And 3-2 Red Sox. So that is the Master game. So, thoughts. I like it. I like it a lot. I kind of figured I would when I was reading the instructions, which you can get free off of the APBA site. So I've been reading the instructions for a few days. Actually, I've had it on my iPad, and I've been reading at the rink. So when I've been scorekeeping, every now and then I'll pull it up and I'll flip through it. So I had an idea. Now, again, I probably made some mistakes here, and there's a lot to remember. And I tried to make my notes. And I didn't run into anything too crazy here. I really don't think I did. So I didn't have an infield check. I had a team check, one team check, which I completely forgot what column to use. But it's just a matter of checking the pitcher table to see if anything changes, and then to see what the fielding I'm using for the people in the field. I'm glad the rare play come up, and you guys helped me with that. The hit and run and the sacrifice now makes more sense. Everything just made a heck of a lot more sense after playing it. And, I did have a couple questions, and they were answered. And we had some plays at the plate. Some were automatic. Some were by design. We've had some, we almost had a drop ball on a throw. It had a little bit of everything, And it's fun. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sign off, and I'm gonna play another game here. I'm gonna take a break, but I got another game lined up. And I'm gonna play this again. Now it does take a while. Again, this took me an hour and a half. But again, I was chatting and going slow and the whole bit. I don't think that's too bad considering from what I've heard about APBA Master game. And there's a couple arguments here that you could make about it. Is some people were saying, is all this extra effort worth what you get out of it? Hard to say. I did have a few things change. I like how the pitching grades, instead of just A, B, C, D, they're between now 1 and 30. So you can really kind of just fine-tune that a little bit. I do like that. I like how some things can change into home runs and doubles. I'm dying to check out the ballpark features because that changes a few other things too. And Dwayne says, yes, speed comes with repetition. Billy, thank you so much. Barbara, thank you so much. Jeff, again, thank you so much. I just, like I say, there was some things in the basic APBA game that I missed. And one of them was doing my own steals. I like to steal when I want to steal, within reason. And that's addressed now. There's a way better way to steal. So I really, really do like that. I like now that there's error checks. And even Rick Burleson made an error today, which if I rolled differently, he wouldn't have. So you roll for errors. So the big things were, rolling for errors. I like the pitcher grades being a little bit wider, so to speak, or bigger. I like I like the idea that I can try for the extra base if I want to, and that was really fun. There is some math involved, and I guess depending on the numbers, I'll have to figure out a better way to do it. But I did like it. I like when I hit it in the right field. I get Evans out there with a 39, and I can figure out, geez, do I want to send this guy or not? And it was fun sending Rusty Staub home on a tag up, and did he make it on the tag up? No, it was we sent somebody home on a tag up, and I think he did score. Was it Buddy Bell? I think Buddy Bell scored on a tag up or something like that. But we had a couple plays at the plate. We did have an error. We had a lot of things that you don't quite get in the basic game, and there's nothing wrong with the basic game, and I'll still play the basic game. But this was kind of fun. It's a few more lookups to determine things, but it is very enjoyable trying for that extra base and seeing where the ball was hit. It can go, closer to the fielder or away from the fielder, which gives you a little bit more, couple more chances. So again, if you had if I would have hit the ball with a man on first, and I singled to right, it could be 39, 41, or 44. So if I get that 44, we start with 44 chances, and then we subtract the fielder, and then we add the speed of the runner. But that's a big difference. So if I single to right, depending on my dice roll, it tells you where the ball goes. So between 39 and 44, that's 5 chances. So that's a potential of 5 more chances to get to the extra base using the master game. And that's where the strategy comes in. And I really like that. And I'm willing to take the extra time for that because it just puts a heck of a lot more meat on the bone, as we like to say. The one thing, Joe, while you're here, and Dwayne, while you're here, what is the cross? What is the cross? That's one thing I wanted to ask you. So if I got to run on first base, and I get this here with a cross. So here's the sacrifice on a 5, ACPO first base cross. What does that mean? So the catcher will put out the first base, but a cross. How do I interpret this cross right here? So if anybody could answer that would be pretty cool, because I'm not sure what to do on that. So the cross, I don't know. That's one thing I did want to ask too. Means it's okay. So that's just kind of like for scorekeeping purposes. Okay. So it's not anything I got to worry about here. But I got all that down. We had the rare play chart, which I get now because now there's the regular, the sacrifice, and the hit and run chart. I keep the result and look at the. Okay, so yeah, I think most, if not all, of my questions have been answered. So we got the stealing chart on wild throws, and I think I did all those. I think I checked a couple of drops and other things. So I think so, yeah. So I would say that everything I read about the master game from people, well, if you're comparing it to the basic game, then yeah, it's a lot more to it. There's a lot of things going on. But at the same time, it's really fun. As John comes by, thanks for coming by, John. I kind of like I said, it filled in some things that I need. It's like when I play Strat, like even Strat Basic. When I play Strat Basic and you get the X chart, you got to stop and look up the error. That's part of the fun because it's like, oh boy, bases loaded, it's hit to this guy. Can he make the play or not? Is he going to make this play? And when you have that chance that he doesn't make the play, that's where the excitement comes in. And it kind of didn't have that in the basic game. And now you have that where even Rick Burleson made an error. And so that was kind of fun. Just how the pitcher grades and they have the splits. I'm not a big fan of the splits because it used to take me a long time to figure out, but it works here. Whereas you take the pitcher grade and add a subtract to it, and you look at the chart and see if he takes away a hit. Kind of works. Kind of makes a little bit more sense than the ABCD grades. I don't think I really got stuck except on that rare play, and now that was explained to me, now that's not an issue. I think it moved pretty well. I think it just took me time to kind of get used to what was happening. But I got through the game, and I kind of thought I would. After watching Tebow explain a few things and then watch it in action, I did watch some of those videos over and over and over, and I went to sleep with them on last night, just over and over and over. And his interview with the replay gamer, I watched that over and over and over. So I had a really good idea going in what was going to happen here. So I didn't go in blind by any means, and I think that's where it really helped me get through this, is because I was able to put into practice everything I'd watched. And so I knew what was coming up and how to handle it. Like I say, the fielder finder shot, the stealing bases, taking the extra base. Tebow explained all that. And I'm not sure if the rule book actually didn't do a bad job with some of that stuff. I wish it did spell out a few more things that you guys explained, but, anyway, we're through it. So that is my first crack at APBA Baseball Master Game. And I'm liking it. I really am. I didn't get frustrated. I didn't walk away. I didn't want to quit. I didn't, anything like that. It went well. It went well, and it added some things to the game that I like, and I'm willing to take the time for that. So that is that. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. Hope you like it. I'm going to play another game here offline, and depends how things go later. If I can get quicker at it, maybe I'll pop back on in the wee hours of the night, because I'm done working today, and maybe I'll play one more here for you guys. But this was fun. Good time. So I appreciate everybody that came by tonight and helped me out. It was really fun, and I'm glad I gave this a try. And not that I'm going to play this every time, and depending on, what I want to get done in a game, I might play basic, but it might be hard going back to basic after playing this. It's kind of like when I played Stratomatic hockey. I played basic for a bit, and then when I played advanced, I didn't need to go back to basic, because it was like, no, advanced is the way to go. Maybe not super advanced, but advanced Strat hockey, just it wasn't that much more difficult, and I think you got more hockey out of it. So I think this is the same way. So, and stick with it. Yes, I think I will. DJ, thanks for coming by. Joe and D. Scott and World's Worst Gamer and Barbara and Billy and anybody I missed over here. John came by, and Clams. And I know Tebow's here for a while. And Gus, thanks for coming by. Sweetest Jeff popped in. Oh, if anybody's thinking about getting it, I recommend it. I do. There is a lot to remember, but at the same time, it's I don't know. It just works. It just works. You don't really get. I didn't get stuck anywhere that I can think of. I mean, maybe the game just didn't put me in an issue that I would get stuck at, but it just seems to work. It just seems to work. So anyway, all right. Maybe I'll see you guys later on. If not, maybe tomorrow. But again, thanks for tuning in. And that was my first. This is my very first game. Very first game. This is the first time I rolled the dice with the Master Game. Very enjoyable. So we'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.